So Cristiano Ronaldo just scored 700th club goal. Unbelievable, right? But the amount of time we have to wait for like the 700 goal was insane. And especially I thought he will score his 700th against Ammonia, but he did not, and he looked destroyed in that match. Literally, during his career, I watched almost majority of the games, and I'd never seen like this big of a drought for a goal, and the desperation was right there. But it came, and it came as a first goal in the Premier League. After the match, also Frank Lampard said that I wished that Ronaldo had got his 700 goals in Europa League. That would have, satisfied his hunger to get a goal. But it had to come against Everton and in a very crucial game, and that goal turned out to be the eventual winner. First of all, like 700 goals just in four clubs is amazing. He scored majority of his goals for Real Madrid, and this is one of the great achievements. And you see how the events happened. So he was playing against Ammonia. He started. He did not score. Had a decent game, not very good. But Anthony Martial came on, and it was written in the stars that Anthony Martial will get injured today against Everton, because after Ammonia game, Anthony Martial had the right to start. Cristiano Ronaldo had to be benched. And then he looked happy when he came on, and I don't blame him. He wants to play in the Premier League, he wants to play more, he wants to play in the most elite competition. And as soon as he got the chance, he banged it, and he got a pass from Casemiro, and he made no mistake. And this is what happened. Like, maybe on another day that shot could have been blocked, or the very good shot which he took against Ammonia, the goalkeeper made an incredible save. Maybe that day he could have scored, but it had to happen today. Sometimes things are crazy, but I'm very happy, and you could see relief on his face, like the way he celebrated. And love to see Antony with him, like. And talking about the game, let's talk about the game after. We had to talk about Ronaldo because big man, big occasion, and I have a lot of respect for Ronaldo. I'm a Ronaldo fan, you can say. I've been following his career from like Manchester United early days, so of course I wanted this as desperately, and it is good to see him enjoying his football. I think the desperation goes off, and now he will start coming back into the groove and playing well for Manchester United, and eventually go into a World Cup with good mindset and some good performances under his belt. Okay, let's talk about the game. First of all, it was a very difficult game, and even though United dominated the first half after Everton got a goal against a run of play. Just mistake by Antony to pass to Casemiro, and Casemiro also took extra time on the ball, and they just got a goal. Beautiful finish by OB. I think that was a great goal. And then Bruno just pressed. We know the work rate from Bruno. He just took the ball, picked the pocket of the Everton player, and he just passed to Martial, and Anthony Martial's vision over there. I mean, that pass was so easy to mess up, but he released Antony at the very perfect time. And once it's on left foot of Antony, I had no doubt, because most of the shots which he was taking against any opposition, most of them are going into the corner, and this time also it was a bottom corner. Sometimes keeper will make good saves, but he is so good on his left foot. And the guy scored like 3 goals in a row, like 3 in 3 at home, 3 in 3 for and he scored 3 goals in 3 games for Manchester United, which is crazy. And he's the first United player to do so. And I'll be looking forward to see more of Antony. He's very exciting talent, and his celebration with Ronaldo, that was brilliant. And talking about Ronaldo's goal, Casemiro had like an upside downside game, but the assist that he gave to Cristiano Ronaldo, this is the difference between like Casemiro and let's say somebody like McTominay. McTominay might win the ball, but then he doesn't know what to do with the ball. He'll most probably either pass sideways or behind. As soon as Casemiro got the ball, he had the positional awareness, like where the players are, which player can make a run. And he knew, he didn't even spot Ronaldo. He knew Ronaldo will be there, and he just passed the ball, perfect ball. And that finish was not an easy finish for Ronaldo. You see, he had to take the ball away from the goal, and from that to find the bottom corner and beat Pickford at the near post was no easy task. But I was kind of like a confident like at that moment that okay, I think he's gonna score, and he did score. United got bunch of more chances in the first half. They should have scored, but also Bruno's goal chalked off, and then Rashford's goal, which Ronaldo headed towards Rashford, that was also chalked off. I don't know, like VAR is probably Premier League VAR is one of the most inconsistent VARs. Like we saw the game the same day, a goal being given to Mikel Antonio for West Ham, and then Marcus Rashford's goal is being chalked off. So how do you justify that? How do you define it? VAR is all over the place. They have to look into it. I don't know. The technology was introduced to help the refereeing decisions, but I think we are going into more of a subjective, like it's subjective to whoever in the room is. I think if it's that close, you can just tell the on-field referee to go and check the monitor. But just VAR things. So this thing need to be settled out. And Ten Hag got his plan right. And credit to Everton. I mean, they stayed in the game, and till the last moment, I think Everton in the last 5 to 10 minutes ended on a very high note, and that will give them a confidence. Before this game, Everton had the best defensive record in the last 7 games. I think there were 6 games or 7 games unbeaten, but credit to Manchester United, very important win for them, and they're 5th on the table now. Okay, now moving on to the next game, which everybody has eyes on. Before Manchester United's game, it was Arsenal versus Liverpool, and this match was to be very important for Arsenal because if they win it, they'll be top of the table, and if Liverpool win it, they would gain some ground on the top 4 position. But what happened? Arsenal beat Liverpool, and Liverpool is now 10th, and Arsenal back on the Premier League top table. So I think this is crazy. What I've been noticing a lot in like football pundits are saying it, and then also the YouTube channels are saying it. Sorry, like Arsenal will drop off, and the City is gonna win the title race. I mean, how can you say that? If Manchester City is playing well, you can't belittle Arsenal, right? They both are playing. Okay, they both are playing well. It does not have to be subjective. If Arsenal is playing well, give them their due. They're top of the Premier League table for a reason. They have only lost 1 game, I guess. That was to Manchester United. And that game also they played very well. They dominated the game. But United had pace and counter-attack, and they got the victory. I mean, Ten Hag got the plan right on that day. Saying that Arsenal isn't gonna win the Premier League or they don't have a chance, City is eventual winners. How can you say that? Like, City is the number 2 because they drop points. Why can't they drop points in the future games? Why only Arsenal can drop points? I think this is a very good conversation, and the way Arsenal are playing right now, they could win the Premier League. Why couldn't they? You never know in football, you know. Right now, City and Arsenal are riding high. Maybe tomorrow, next 3 games or next 2 games, City has a draw or a loss, and then Arsenal stays up, or vice versa could happen, you know. So these presumptions that okay, City has Haaland and City is cruising, so they will win. But Arsenal is also doing whatever is put in front of them. They are winning, and they're doing very well. And talking about the players, Saka, I mean, this season I think he is doing some incredible things. Like his end product has really gone to its next notch, and that is something Arsenal needed desperately. And Gabriel Jesus, his addition to the squad has been immense. I mean, he drops back. He just does everything on the field. He's a threat in the final third. In the midfield, he drops there. He just finds the correct passes. And then you see Odegaard. That first goal and the pass from Odegaard to Martinelli, not many people will see that pass. He just cut through the defense. And Trent Alexander-Arnold had no chance to intercept. And Martinelli just roasted the goalkeeper there. Because there was no chance. He just called the ball very well. And also, the penalty that Saka took, that was a brilliant penalty as well. So, he's growing in confidence, and that's going to be immense for England in the World Cup. And that is what you want to see in football. You know, young players coming up, stepping to the plate, and coping up with the pressure. But I would also like to talk about Liverpool here. I know they are struggling, they're 10th on the table. But one thing is for sure, like, you can see them struggling, but they still have that fight in them. You see how they were not playing well, but they still managed to make it equalizer 2-2, and the eventual penalty was a winner. But you can see Jurgen Klopp's team is still fighting, and some people are asking for Jurgen Klopp to be sacked. I think that would be so premature after what Liverpool was, where he brought it to. I think they should not jump the gun. And they should back him up in January, of course. They bought Arthur Melo so that their midfield might get well, but I have seen Arthur Melo at Juventus once he was transferred from Barcelona. He had a knee injury, and after that time, nothing happened. He's just been injured. He literally doesn't have a game time, and he's injured again. So I think you gotta give them players. And Luis Diaz is injured, I guess, now. Yes, so it's not looking good for Liverpool, especially. And this season, Salah is nowhere to be seen. I think he has just 2 goals, and his impact in the games is like scary minimal for Liverpool fans. So yeah, Liverpool have to look out for them. So this is all about these 2 games which I covered, and congratulations from Cristiano Ronaldo for 700 goals. See you next time.